Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Simply Sheeta, and we're going to have a mukbang today. Me and you. You're going to watch me eat my lunch, and we are going to have some conversation. And I'm calling it my VSG Mukbang. Let's get it poppin'. Mustard. So I know you're probably thinking to yourself, what in the world is this girl talking about? How's she gonna have a mukbang and she just had VSG surgery? You do know what a mukbang is, right? If you don't, I can't imagine that you don't. If you're on YouTube, I'm sure you do. It's basically a person that's eating a large quantity of food and having a conversation with someone or about a certain topic. I'm here alone today, so this is pretty much going to just be me kind of having a conversation with you guys about my VSG experience up until now, as well as I just want to give some pointers to some of the newbies out there that might be thinking about getting surgery, or that might be, you know, right about to get surgery. Just want to throw you guys some advice. So here is my lunch. Today is Monday, November the 11th. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you all for your service, all of you veterans. And this is what we're going to be having in my mukbang. This is 3.9 ounce beef burger that I made. Homemade beef burger. It has onions and seasonings, piece of cheese, because you know we got to stack the proteins, and that is a little bit of spicy mustard. Now what's really weird about that, guys, if I was eating a burger on a bun like usual people, I'm like, I wish I could. Well, I could, but it's just I would never get through it. I would only eat it with ketchup, but because I'm just eating it like this, and I've become like a total carnivore, it seems like, since surgery. I just want to have the flavor and do mustard. So let's get it popping. Okay, so guys, now I can tell you now, one thing I'm not going to like about this whole mukbang thing, I don't like eating and talking at the same time. So you guys are really going to have to excuse me. But I thought it would be interesting to do it in this format, because you also will be able to get an idea of what the average VSG patient can eat. Well, what I can eat, how I eat, and, you know, kind of gauge what it's like. I do have a beverage right here. This is my Crystal Light that, of course, I cannot touch for a good half an hour. But I do want you guys to know it's off camera, because, you know, it's part of it. And I just kind of got it sitting because I wanted to get watered down. But anyway, let's talk about stats. Because, of course, you know, you want to know the stats. Everybody wants to know the stats. What's the point of me being here if I'm not giving you my stats? The last time I talked to you guys was 2 weeks ago. I checked, and I weighed 265. Today, when I weighed myself, I weighed 261.2. So I've lost 4 pounds since you've seen me last. And that gives me a total of 47 pounds, I think, since surgery. 67 pounds total. I did check, but I can't say I remember. See how small your bites have to be? I feel pretty good about that. I went to see my primary care physician since I've seen you guys, and she's pretty impressed with my weight loss so far, as well as she took me off blood pressure medicine. Well, you know what? She had taken me off of it, but this was a follow-up appointment since she took me off to kind of see, you know, if I was doing well. My blood pressure was 110/80, so when I say she took me off of it, she took it off my record, y'all. So yes, your girl ain't on record is having high blood pressure. So that happened. Also, since I saw you guys, I got my bill for my surgery from the hospital. Mine was blown. My hospital bill, guys, was $90,000. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And you know what? Honestly, it made me feel very, very grateful to have insurance. Very grateful for my job. And it made me understand why people that self-pay go out the country. There is no way. This is really good. I could have ever gotten surgery, in the United States at least, without insurance. And I stayed 2 days and it was $90,000. And I'm like, what about the people that get in there and they have complications? You know what I mean? I just stayed 2 days because my blood pressure was a little high. But like people, not everybody gets out in a day or two. You know, we kind of take it for granted because everybody we see is kind of like, you know, the norm. But that doesn't mean everybody gets out like that. I am at this point being 3 months and 2 weeks out. I'm pretty much implementing this into my lifestyle. And I'm going to tell you guys something. What's happening and what I'm noticing now that it is becoming a part of my lifestyle and I'm really paying attention is how much focus I had on food in my life before, because I have been in this Marie Kondo decluttering mode in my house, and that's how I keep busy. The biggest part of VSG, the biggest part of weight loss surgery, I think for anyone that's had it, is of course finding ways to rethink food. You know what I mean? So if you were a bored eater, you got to do something now. You can't eat when you're bored. I mean, you can, but it would be frustrating. So I feel like I was kind of a bored eater at one point. So I keep busy. And what I've noticed is when I eat now, my food really converts to energy. I didn't understand it and peep it at first because I was just kind of, you know, you got to pay attention to yourself. And I really wasn't in the beginning. So now that I'm paying attention, what I'm noticing is every single time I eat some food, I am up, moving around soon after. The way it's supposed to be. My food is really converting into energy in my body. And it blows my mind. I love it. Guys, this is the best thing I've ever did for my life. I'm so grateful and so happy that I had the surgery. I truly am. I feel so much better. Not just emotionally, you know, feeling better physically has made such a big difference in just how things have been for me. Best decision I ever made. Best decision I've ever made. And with that, let me talk to you newbies who might be thinking about making the decision. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I want you to see something before we get into that. Newbies, you really pay attention because this is about to be your life. You guys remember how much I ate when I started. This is about where I am right now with my half a burger. And what I've noticed is when I am eating now, when I get full, and the point is to slow down your eating enough to feel full. When I get full, I start moving the fork around my plate. I start just, I stop picking the fork up. Well, you really aren't supposed to do that anyway. But I notice my fullness. Like at this point, guys, first of all, I already got the food police, as you can see, waiting for me to give up what I'm not eating. My dogs have become used to it. My eyes are saying to me, you can finish that. My eyes are like, that's a little bit. You can finish that. My taste buds are saying to me, that's delicious. You should finish that. But I'm going to tell you guys, if I tried to finish that, I would probably have to stop making this video and go lay down because I would be so sick and stuffed and it's not even worth it. But I am going to have one more bite because it is really good. And again, you learn your threshold, and these are the size bites I'm taking, so I don't want you guys to think my next bite is something huge. Really good. Simple, but delicious. Okay, so to all of these beautiful, happy, excited newbies that is coming into the VSG community and these weight loss surgery communities, I got some advice for you guys. I want to talk to you today. And I know you're thinking like, you're a newbie. You ain't have surgery that long. What are you talking about? Well, that is true. I've only, just had surgery myself like 3.5 months ago. But these aren't things that I'm talking about. I'm about to tell you about. These aren't things that you had to have surgery to know. These are things that I can tell you about because I'm basing it off my experience. And I really think in order for the VSG weight loss surgery community to work, we all have to kind of be considerate of certain things. Do you know what I mean? So, here goes. Number 1, do your homework. You have, I'm sure, a bunch of information from your bariatric team. You need to learn exactly the expectations of your team. You need to know what your surgeon is suggesting as far as, what you should weigh. You need to know what your nutritionist thinks that you should be eating. You need to follow your surgeon's instructions and not looking to follow someone else's, because everybody has different information. Most people are going to have kind of similar things. Mostly everybody needs to have protein at a certain amount, 60 to 80 grams of protein. Most everybody is going to have to wait the 30 minutes before they can eat and drink. Some things is universal, but you should not be relying on the advice of someone that had surgery, especially if they had surgery maybe within months of you, before going to your medical professional, period. It just doesn't serve you to do that. Their job is to help you navigate yourself through your journey, and they are used to the questions. Don't be afraid to ask. I mean, there is information out there. We're peers. We're a peer group. But when it comes down to like the nitty gritty, talk to your surgeon. Number 2, protect your privacy. If you are someone that's on social media and you do not necessarily want to have your weight loss journey shared, I suggest that you make your page private. I know you're thinking, oh, that should be a no-brainer. It should be, but it's not. And the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of people in the community that are there to really just be trolls, or you got the chubby chasers who are trying to talk you out of, women out of having weight loss surgery. You look fine. You don't need it. Don't go for that. I have 2 different Instagrams account. My personal Instagram is for my friends, my family, my coworkers. My weight loss surgery Instagram primarily is only for the people I associate with in the weight loss surgery community, and they don't cross. I keep my page private because I want to be able to monitor who's following me, period. And I go through and see if I am just a number for someone, whereas like this person has never commented on a picture, never liked a picture, that kind of thing. If I don't care who it is and how well they're doing on their journey, if I don't get that feedback back or that support back, I unfollow, because I'm not on Instagram in my weight loss journey to make money, to have followers. I'm there to share information, to share support, and to hopefully inspire someone the way others have inspired me. So pay attention to how you are making yourself available on social media. Number 3, in corresponding with what I just said, be careful of the scammers and the people that want you to allow them into your weight loss journey because they're trying to sell you something or get something from you. There was a person that approached me a couple of weeks before my surgery, and I'm not going to get like really deep into the story, but let me just say she wanted to send me something, which people do that a lot, in the community, you know, for surgery. She sent me like a pill bottle. It was really nice, thank you. But she decided she wanted to have like a tribe, she was calling it. And this tribe was consisted of me, her, and like 4 other women. And at first it seemed like a great idea because, you know, you want to have that unity. You want to be a part of the community. But as time went on, it wasn't that long I was in it, but I began to notice that she had a laundry list of questions every day in my DM. It was like this group chat in my DM every day. And I'm like, this is like homework. Like, I don't have time for this. I wasn't even on the post-op side. They were already there, a couple of the girls, for years. So I was like, okay, we're at different levels. I don't have that energy to give to this. So I just, you know, gracefully bowed out, told her, you know, I'm sorry, I can't, you know, do this. I need to focus, blah, blah, blah. Kept it sweet, kept it simple. She blocked me, y'all. Yes, she did. The girl blocked me. I didn't see nothing else about, and I was a little taken aback because I'm like, if you're here to be supportive, what happened to that? Because I don't want to be a little part of your crew. Like, what is that about? Well, y'all, I finds out later that she told the rest of the group that I blocked her because I thought she was trying to be a scammer. And to be honest, I did think it was a little inappropriate that she was talking about like financial issues, but I kept that shit to myself. Like, you can't scam me. Like, I'm not slow. Like, I peeped it and I was like, why is she talking about her finances? At the same time, I didn't care because I knew she wasn't going to get nothing from me. You can't scam me. So, yeah. So be careful. Be careful. Everybody smiles in your face, as my mother used to say, is not always your friend. So, seriously. Be careful, guys. Okay. One other thing that is very important. You need to, number 3, focus on your journey. Okay? If you really, really take the time to do what you need to do in your journey for yourself, you don't have time for that other nonsense. You really don't. Part of the reason why I haven't, you know, like really come to you guys and done a video in a couple of weeks is because I'm doing stuff in my house right now. Like, I'm on like some Marie Kondo stuff, and I've been, you know, decluttering, and, you know, I got these clothes I'm going through, and it really, really takes me off of social media from, you know, sitting there all day and, you know, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, or watching videos. You know, like, I'm here now, you know, I'm on this side now, and I need to do what's best for my journey. I need to create my own journey. So be okay with walking away. You know what I mean? You don't have to be on the gram every single day posting a picture. You don't have to weigh yourself every single week just to post it on the gram. I really, guys, don't weigh myself until I really feel like, out of curiosity, like, what do I weigh? Unless I'm coming to make a video for you guys and then I get on the scale. But shout out to those people that get on the scale every single week. I don't know how they do it, because it will really mess you up. You'll be like, oh my God, I've gained weight, or oh my God, I didn't lose, you know, like, so I don't get on the scale every week. I get on at the doctor's, I get on when I come to make a video, and if I'm really curious. And usually, like I said in a previous video, I feel lighter. I can tell, you know, when I've lost weight and I feel lighter. Speaking of which, before I move on, you know what? I was thinking the other day, I need to actually post some full body shots for you guys to see, because when you watch me, you're only looking at me really from here on up. You can see my face has slimmed down and changed shape, but you really can't see my body. So I'm going to actually insert some pictures. I'm going to do it right here, like a little slideshow of pictures, just so you guys can see how my body has transformed. Okay, so as you can see, I really haven't transformed a lot because most of my clothes are kind of baggy. So it's kind of really hard to see, but you can more or less see that I am coming down. And I feel, like I told you guys, I feel great. I really am not concerned with how small I look, because I know I'm still early, but I really do. I feel great. Okay. Back to you newbies. I want to finish with y'all. I just want to be sure that you're okay. So, I'm looking at my notes because I wrote these things down. Okay, so number 4, you need to be patient. You got to understand that this process is a process. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people, you know, first and second appointments, and they're like, oh, well, so much appointments. You ain't seen shit yet. You need to be patient. You need to not force it. In the meantime, get your shit together. Get your life. Make sure that you are ready for this journey. And I don't mean watching us on YouTube and being on Instagram. I'm talking about clean your cabinets out of all the junk food and the bullshit. I wish I would have did that. You know, give it away, cook it, eat it, whatever. You know, figure out what you're going to do post-op as far as lifestyle. Do you want to do keto? Do you want to maybe become vegan? You know, are you going to try to, you know, do the regular diet that your doctor is instructing you to do? Like, these are the things that you should be focused on, and being patient. Because when you get to this side of surgery, there's no going back. There's no going back. So be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you cheat on your pre-op diet. Everybody has done it. It's not easy to go 2 weeks without eating any food and just drinking, and you have a weight problem your entire life. Just relax, take it easy, and focus on your journey and doing what's best for you. Period. Okay, guys, my last final point that I'm going to make, and I know you're probably thinking to yourself, what in the world made her bring this up? I'm going to tell you. Make sure when you are ready to actually embark on this journey that you have made a point to really give yourself the time that you need. I, guys, have not been to work since my surgery because I wanted to make sure I had the time to really, really get my lifestyle lined up with what I knew I have to do to succeed. I really, truly am grateful that I have been able to take this time to be with myself, to do my self-love work, to make sure that I am eating right and I'm not being distracted and stressed out by things on the outside of me, which can easily occur at work. Anybody that got a job knows, I don't care what you do, stress is always work is always a source of stress, or some level of stress. So make sure that you're giving yourself time. Don't try to get this surgery because you're trying to lose weight by somebody's wedding next year. Go to Weight Watchers for that. Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta really, really be kind to yourself. You really, really gotta give yourself time. So guys, my video has been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I really wanted to touch base with you because it's been a couple of weeks. I don't want to lose traction, but I also don't want to just bring you guys bullshit ass content just to make a video. I am going to have some news that I'm going to announce probably early next month. I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I want to thank everyone who subscribed to me. I see I also have some new subscribers. Hi and welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Like or comment on the video if you've had VSG surgery, and there's some other advice that you might want to offer to our new members of our, incoming members of our VSG family. Please leave it below, because I only mentioned 5 things, but I know that there's probably tons of other things. If you have any questions for me, leave them below. I will answer my questions. I try to respond to all of my comments. And what is the last thing that you guys know I always ask you to do at the end of my videos? You have to what? You have to love yourself more. Love yourself more than anything and anybody, because you matter. And you really only have this one life to live, guys. Outside of God, you really have to put yourself first and love yourself more. I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.
People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason.